Very good evening, dear viewers. Once again, a very good evening. Break and finish live Facebook. Once again, a very good evening. Once again, a very good evening, YouTubers. Now, just this ended the Saturday at a Vibes launch as I was streaming a comp that was a 32-man comp dubbed the Women's Day competition. I hope you do remember the comp that was won by Caesar. During that, there was a war of words between some players, about a dozen of them. the war of words was strongest in between Joseph KASOZI and IBRAHIM KAYANJA. The contest was as whether KASOZI was a deserved seed #1 of the Pole Association of Uganda. IBRAHIM KAYANJA and some of his friends like Paul Kalima here, we are saying that while KASOZI is seed #1, he is not actually Uganda's best player. He told them the only way he can prove to them that he's the best player is if they dare to challenge him in a money match this big. IBRAHIM KAYANJA was the very first player to Joseph KASOZI's call, and the two did agree to stake $1,000 for both of them. Half of the stake was raised at that point. Before this money match was raised, there was submission of deposit of the stake of a total of $500 from both of the players, and the agreement was that one of them doesn't show up for the match, the one who showed up would win the money even without playing. The other agreement was that rest to 21 here at Amigos Pool Arena in Kampala. They had negotiation with one of Uganda's finest umpires and female category. She's called Farida Hadija, naturally to come and settle this dispute, sort it out freely and fairly. Today, the 10th of March at Amigos, it is Joseph KASOZI versus IBRAHIM KAYANJA, racing to 21 for $1,000. And to present you this action in audio and video, my name is Peter Chobe. This match is being streamed on 2 platforms at the same time. The Facebook stream is diagonal on Break and Finish Live YouTube, where the YouTube stream is horizontal on Peter Chobe Live YouTube, and both videos are having the same exact commentary. For $1,000, Joseph KASOZI is leading 1-0 against IBRAHIM KAYANJA, and live commentary is resuming shortly. In a special way, welcome to the stream watching on Facebook, Tanzanian media man Samson Kibuga of Sam's Pool TV, the stream that normally brings us the action all the way from Dar es Salaam. Thank you for watching and supporting the sport by according it your time. Those games that normally come from Tanzania. Welcome, my friend Samson. Now, IBRAHIM KAYANJA started playing out as a competitive player in there. That must have been around 2000, in the whole of 2005 14 years, the whole of 11 years ago. He was a very young man, a very young teenager that was snatched up by a team that was called Mambole Pool Club. They were playing in the promotion tier of the Ugandan Pool League in Pool League 1. For 2 years he did represent, and in 2016 up by another team that was called Royal Giants, also in the lower tier that was called League 1. He played with them, and with them they gained promotion to the senior league in 2017, being second in the lower tier of the league. That was a year, that was 2017, when there was no league action in Uganda because of administrative and financial from the organizing body, and the league got back in 2017, and only for one other season did he represent with the Royal Giants. The team did change name and became Mukono Giants, and then he played with the Mukono Giants Pool Club. That was now after COVID season in 2021. And late 2022, he moved from the team that was called Mukono Giants to the team that he's representing. It is called Scrap Buyers Pool Club in the Ugandan Pool League. They are currently third on the league table. However, KAYANJA is the current leading scorer of the Ugandan Pool League. He became more renowned in 2021 during COVID, when he, together with his man that was then called El Majid Naluja, did decide to have this talented young man have many matches with the better of Ugandan players. I do remember I had matches with IBRAHIM, with Simon Wala the computer, then Habib Sabugozi, then Joff the Tumba, then there are so many matches, and he was winning many of them. And in 2022, because of those performances, he got a selection trials of the Uganda national team when the team was preparing for the All Africa Pool Championships in Lusaka later that year. He did trials and became one of the 8 players that flew out of the country in October to the OIDC to represent in All Africa Pool Championships, and he was part of the Ugandan team that came third. Most importantly for himself, he came fourth in the singles category, being number 4 in a tournament that had all the best players from 7 of Africa's best black ball playing countries apart from the Ugandans. The host Zambians, there was South Africa, Tanzania, Zimbabwe, and Kenya. He lost out in the semi-finals to the eventual champion, Aiden Joseph, and returned to the country in 2023. He won his first tournament. He reached the finals of the tournament of the Polar Station of Uganda. For the very first time, it's called the Grand Open, losing out to the eventual winner, Kenneth Odong, and add that to his performances in South Africa as well as league, in which he came second top scorer that year to the eventual top scorer that was Gore Senyonjo. He became ranked number 1 the following year by the Pool Association of Uganda. Since then, he has gotten to win a few more weekly comps and privately organized comps, as well as one major one that was the end of year Pool Championship also of the Pool Association of Uganda that he won during the Christmas break last year. He defeated Zambia's Kelvin Mkandu in a very memorable final by 9 frames to 7. He is now currently ranked 4th by the Pool Association of Uganda, while his opponent, Joseph KASOZI, is currently ranked 1st, and for no mean reason. He became a competitive player, Joseph KASOZI, a little bit earlier than IBRAHIM when he played with a team that was called Rotex, also in the promotional tier of the Uganda Pool League in the year 2013, playing with them and gaining promotion to the senior league in 2014. However, when they gained promotion, he did not play with them because he was snatched up by another team in the league that was called Perfection Pool Club, whom he represented also for 1 season until he joined the mighty Samona Pool Club, the record champions of the Ugandan League. He also won a league title in 2015. 2017, he joined the team that was called Tinda Giants Pool Club, with whom he also won the league that started out in 2019. Be mindful that in 2000 and for the best part of 2017, there was no league action for administrative reasons in the police station of Uganda. However, he won the league title with Tinda Giants. The league that started in 2019 will only be concluded in 2020, late in there, because of COVID-related reasons. Joseph KASOZI has won 5 points by present day, the major ones of the Pool Association of Uganda, including the Kampala Open Championship 2018, Christmas Cup Championship 2017, Grand Open Championship 2022. I know it was 2023, then King of the Table Championship 2004, and the latest one he won just a week ago, that was the Grand Open Championship 2025, when he defeated Dan Mobidu in the final. And because of the tournaments that he won under the Pool Association of Uganda, especially last year, he amassed the highest number of ranking points for the Pool Association, and he's currently ranked number 1. And in a very special way, I also want to the stream, especially on Facebook, a player that is a friend of Joseph KASOZI, but on table they are not friends at all. Come to the stream, Mr. Kelvin Fikoti. Now this match is currently tying 1-1. The umpire has briefed them that they can have timeout after every 10 frames, and at the day, one of them will be getting $1,000, which they gave to me. Gave me permission to hand it to whoever of the two of them will be the first to 21. Still tight and tense and very difficult to predict. KASOZI 1 and IBRAHIM KAYANJA 1. The match has started a little bit too slow, and since it's in its early days, just for extra identification, KASOZI is the guy wearing the white. Of course, every time he faces your back, you can clearly see his name. He also has the pride on his t-shirt, his ranking position of the Pool Association of Uganda. The t-shirt is dubbed Roxbury, then Joseph KASOZI the letter and seed number 1. And then IBRAHIM KAYANJA is donning the black shirt, black t-shirt with a touch of yellow. It's the t-shirt which he is playing on as a uniform in the ATA, ongoing individual players league. And of late, IBRAHIM KAYANJA has been having the lion's share of victories over Joseph KASOZI. If I'm not mistaken, I think KASOZI has defeated him once out of the last 5 attempts. Most of them were the weekly comps and monthly comps that we normally have. But these two players have won the last 2 tournaments organized by the Pool Association of Uganda. Nationally, for IBRAHIM KAYANJA, what he has to show is the 4th place finish, the semi-final finish in the All Africa Pool Championships in 2022. For Joseph KASOZI, I remember he reaching a final of a 64-man competition that was organized at Mchanville in Nairobi in 2023, losing out to fellow countryman Bwanika Mansur. In the final, he came. And yes, he is nicknamed the sharpshooter, while IBRAHIM KAYANJA is the real machine. And after playing that combination shot successfully, Joseph KASOZI is aiming to win 2nd out of 3. A simple roll of the white ball has to be a sharp cut on the red. Black is in space. Simply needs to leave the white ball in space just like that. And from this kind of range, he can never ever miss, as this one. Joseph KASOZI 2 and Ibrahim KAYANJA 1. So there is a big reason for KASOZI not to be called the sharpshooter, because he has not shot the black as sharp as he has suggested chance for Ibrahim KAYANJA to steal the frame away to equalize once again. One thing I have to tell you, that for many of these boys, these players that I like to call the boys, there is a way they don't want KASOZI so much. Maybe they are not happy that he's seed number one. Maybe they don't believe he's better than them. Ibrahim KAYANJA, one of... Look at how KASOZI is shooting sharp. Finally, no better way to recover. Ibrahim KAYANJA was a little bit complacent in the kind of snooker he played. When you snooker, you don't leave an easy apple for your opponent to find. Of course, it wasn't very easy to predict that once he finds the black, he would be potting it. But again, the angle Ibrahim KAYANJA left for Joseph was a little bit easy. But more credit to Joseph KASOZI for not only finding the black, but also potting it. And so far, better shot of the match. Joseph KASOZI 3 and Ibrahim KAYANJA 1. I was just telling you about Ibrahim KAYANJA, and most especially Hazard. Irrespective of how many comps KASOZI wins, he never believes that KASOZI is a serious. The other boy, in quotes, is Dog City. Those three normally give KASOZI very big headache when it's not on table. They tell him that, my guy, no, you are not as good as the public thinks. Special shout out to Nash live from Lira, Michael Kalema watching on YouTube and supporting Joseph KASOZI, Stanley Moko supporting KAYANJA, Abura Joshua, catching it from the Hive in Nira live. To give me good luck, William Sentongo, Paul Mokisa, Emmanuel Frank, Clarence Mosowe. You are watching all the way from Zimbabwe. Also watching on Facebook, Jerry Mabe Sebastian, Kasim Sula, Francis Chibesa, Izinofaya, as well as Samson Ringo, who is watching all the way from Kenya. One thing I know about is that he has a very big heart on table. He believes that he is good enough to take down anyone, most especially when his game is. He did tell me, we were having a little discussion when he was about to play the semi-finals of the tournament of the PlayStation of Ghana, that Fort Porto, coming to 2 weeks ago. He told me that he's out to prove today he's not seed number for nothing. Indeed, he won the semi-final, defeating guess who in the match? Rest to 6 it was, and KASOZI won by 6 frames to 4. And then he also got to win the final by 7 frames to 2 against Dan Movido. It's actually 7-1, one of the more one-sided finals that you'll be seeing in major comps. But the shot that he has just taken is a little bit one-sided in favor of his opponent. And of the two players, I personally have to think that if KAYANJA takes a big lead, let me say 10 for maybe 13-6 or something, you still have it that maybe KASOZI can come back. But the problem I have with Ibrahim is his mental strength when the game is not going in his favor. It is the one big advantage in the long race that Joseph can have over Ibrahim KAYANJA. But in terms of official statistics, Ibrahim KAYANJA is a better long racer than Joseph KASOZI. Some of the more renowned matches KASOZI has been having in long races, there have been 2 defeats. Jeremiah Naido. There has been defeat to Dog City, defeat to Hazard, defeat to Ibrahim Sejemba, 2 defeats to Bwanika Mansur, but there has also been a victory against Bwanika Mansur when Mansur was stubborn enough to accept to head start a player of KASOZI's quality. He also beat Dog City in the rematch, KASOZI Joseph, a match that was played right here where we are. He lost to Kelvin in a match that was organized at Flintstones in Lusaka 2 years ago, but then he defeated Kelvin in a rematch that happened at Mchana Paban in Nairobi last year. While for Ibrahim KAYANJA, he's one of Uganda's best long racers. He had his most renowned victory against Jeremiah Naido, South African, a match that happened at Climax in Kampala. Could be a walking distance from where he had the victory over Habib Sebuguzi, head starting him with +3. Victory with Yuda Sembo Dembaba, head starting him with +3, also in a race to 16. Victory over Ian Kaziwe. 1 victory over Lubola Simon, the computer. Victory against Dog City. He has also his fair share of defeats, Ibrahim KAYANJA. I do remember defeat to Dog City in the rematch. Defeat also to Lugola Simon, the computer, in another rematch. Defeat to Ibrahim Sejemba being head started with +. Defeat to Cesar Chiga being head started with a whole of +7. In a long race against each other, these guys are having a dance for only the first time. Ibrahim KAYANJA put the red pocket on the top left, second red to the center pocket on the right, probably black to that same center pocket. If you can spin the white ball back, still play top spin, white ball contacts the black a little bit and pushes it a little further, the top right of the pocket where he will be wanting to put it better, maybe playing backspin. He wants to put both to the same center pocket. Look at the shot. Well, the direction was not okay. The skill was chance to put black to the corner pocket closest to the bottom of your screen on the left. He aims and shoots, puts and pulls one back. Ibrahim Kayanja 2 and Joseph KASOZI 3. Frame number 6 will be the first frame one in a break and finish, and a very pretty, impressive apple from KASOZI Joseph, who now extends his lead by 4 frames to 2. I did conduct a WhatsApp prediction poll, and about 55% of you were tipping Ibrahim Kayanja to win this match. 45% of you were tipping Joseph KASOZI to win. So far, the 45% maybe are having their way. And especially all of you who are watching this match from Roxbury in Chiwanga, the venue that is also KASOZI Joseph's management team. So far they are presented very brightly, and I know that manager Zach Idiro will be smiling from Africa. That is KASOZI's as a person and as a club, but also KASOZI has a link with the JC multi agencies. However, this match is strictly under the management of his official polo club, that is Team Roxbury. Ibrahim Kayanja responded to the apple. They started a little bit slow, both of these players, but believe you me, they are very many clearances, so many finishes, because that is the game they play. And maybe Ibrahim Kayanja is realizing that he has to utilize all his skill. He simply has to play free. When he does, he can be scary for his opponents and can have every chance of taking down a player. Like KASOZI has one ready to roll, has to be mindful of the white ball. Naturally, it could go to the top left corner pocket. He was able to play beautiful spin on the white ball, guiding it beautifully at a point where he would have put it, even if he has to place it by hand. He responds to fire, to four with Ibrahim Kayanja 3 and Joseph KASOZI 4. We can have a little bit of more predictions in the comment section, guys. Who do you think is winning this, especially now that it's as it is comment section predictions? And from the playing levels of KASOZI, he looks very content with the break by facial expression, like a guy that thinks that this frame he is more than capable of winning by break and finish. If he does, it will be the third frame in a row, broken and finished. He gets short on even closing the table, missing a relatively easy yellow ball and leaving the yellows for Ibrahim Kayanja to take. He will want Ibrahim Kayanja to complete in a second consecutive frame won by break and finish. If he does, it will be an equalizer. The relatively tricky looking yellow ball is the one on the left of the black, about 8 centimeters left of the black. That one is a relatively key yellow ball, portable probably to the center pocket on the right. It's the ball he's exactly white ball for, and he has to be careful. Its movement could be intercepted by the yellow, which is near that center pocket on the right. The movement is okay. I don't think the positioning of the white ball is okay, because he probably has gotten himself snookered, as white ball is just a little too close to the red. He has chance to recover, bring another yellow to the center pocket on the right. He has a really tricky bridge because of the position of the white in relation to KASOZI's red. I think his best option is the yellow, which is the center pocket on the right. Maybe the best option, maybe the only option. You want the white ball a little bit backwards and misses at the pot. Sometimes it just happens that way, that when your white ball is tricky, simply play to pot. As he wouldn't have got himself snookered, he would be okay. But he was so elaborative when the white ball was so thin, and for such a, I think Ibrahim Kayanja is as guilty as charged. Joseph KASOZI will not mind. He will punish the real machine by taking the frame, which KASOZI will be thinking that it belonged to him in the first place anyway. Reds to go. Now there are 3. He will need to shoot The red to the diagonal corner pocket on the top right of your screen. Maybe he has to go very in the white ball just at the area where there is a yellow, using yellow to support it, stopping the white ball. That is accurate. The red is spotting with the backspin. The second red to the center pocket. Not really. He can put to the pocket on the top left. Does the easy things perfect and basic, but most importantly, effective. A frame that Ibrahim can just came so close to winning is won by his opponent in Joseph KASOZI, who increases his lead to now 5 frames to 3. Once again, this player granted timeout only every after 10 frames if they are willing. Amasiko Daily thinks Ibrahim will win. Eric Menega thinks KASOZI will win. Ginger Rivers thinks it will be Ibrahim Kayanja. Peterson Katerega thinks Ibrahim Kayanja will win by 21 frames to 17. Kansime Jacqueline thinks it will be the exact opposite. Oh, it's same exact prediction. She thinks also 21 to 17. Kayanja winning. And LJ thinks this one is 50-50, but you think KASOZI will win. No, it's not 50-50. It can be 9-51. There's no draw today. There has to be a winner. There also has to be a loser. Those are some of the predictions that are happening on the YouTube stream. On Facebook, Chris MC thinks Ibrahim will win. Richard Mosonde thinks KASOZI will win. Senta Mushaban supports Kayanja, but you think KASOZI is more confident. Well, Chan thinks most of the Ugandan players are just very good, but Caesar is a little bit above them. Okay. Evaristo Chingandu think Ibrahim Kayanja will win. Thank you for watching on Facebook. We'll be playing probably drawing the white ball backwards. He wants a very good view of the last yellow, and I'm assuming he's putting the yellow ball. He's looking. He has a very good view of it. He has to be careful with the red, which is so close to it. To play with the lead power. He also has not to get himself snookered before he plays the black. I think he played with too much power, but being the better that he is, he will probably be. Apologies. He will probably be okay. Rolling the black ball to the pocket onto the top right, and thereby winning a 6. He has first to be on target. He has missed 1 black in the far. This one will not be a miss. The sharpshooter shoots sharp again and makes it 6-3 with another single visit clearance of. And the first quarter of this battle is so far being dominated by Joseph KASOZI. It is Bears 3 and Roxbury 6. It is KASOZI 6 and Kayanja Ibra 3. Emma Texo, you're watching live from Kenya. Good evening to you. Michael Kalema uploading KASOZI, right? Kevin Ahabiona, thank you for watching. Atuha Mande, you think Ibrahim Kayanja will win as a must? Okay. Richard Obona, watching on YouTube, thinks Kayanja Ibra will win by 21 frames to 18. Nasa Ligase, you're asking why they are wanting to play Caesar in a money match. It's not easy staking against Caesar. Yeah, that's the reason. And yet we have gotten, I think for the first time in the match, a dry break from KASOZI. He did not take advantage of the break in the last frame. IBRAHIM KAYANJA did not take advantage of KASOZI's shoes and he ended up losing the frame. And he will want IBRAHIM KAYANJA to make amends in this one. This is deciding to go patient, I think, simply closing the table, playing the yellows, and will be wanting to play safety here. And he plays. It looks like a total snooker. This one, KASOZI Joseph has no sight of any of his 7 reds. Probably has sight of the one cross which he plays. White ball bounces off the cushion, makes the shot legal. And the KAYANJA's skills playing off the cushion are quite impressive. What is not impressive is his current scoreline. The spacing that yellow ball and the jaw of that cushion on the top left or top right was so thin, but KASOZI utilized it pretty impressively. He's now trying balls in space, at the same time denying his opponent white to pot easily, something that KASOZI is doing quite well. Maybe KAYANJA Ibra thinks he has had enough of it, wants to pot and go for the frame now, and yet it is a miss. I don't think it was very good brain work from the real machine. When your opponent gives you a tempting shot, you shouldn't always get tempted to go for the frame and trying to play relatively difficult shots, which in case of failure to pot, give the white ball away cheaply. The second time in the match that I'm seeing an unforced error from IBRAHIM KAYANJA. KASOZI is really meaning business in this match, not just for the victory. When it's a money match, it is fast the money. $1,000 is not bad money to make in 3 hours. I believe that will be the playing time of these players unless one of them defeats the other with a very good number of frames consecutively. And having the match concluded in 2 hours plus some change. By the way, the Resumption 21 that I have streamed for the least amount of time did happen in 2023, early in the 21-2. It ended computer versus Caesar for $1,200 in 1 hour and 45 minutes. Most of the races to 21 happen on average for 3 hours. Some more than 3 hours to 4. The longest race to 21 I've streamed did happen for 6 good hours between IBRAHIM Sejemba and Kamansur, in which Ibra won by 21 frames to 20 in 2023 in Kampala. He has awakened the would-be bad ball on the table, IBRAHIM KAYANJA. Now this one is another chance again to finish this frame. If the first 10 frames end with him trading by 6 frames to 4, that is a very small lead. By 2 frames, quite some amount. If it is 7 frames to 3, it's a big lead by 4 frames. That's why this frame is very, very important, and for both of these players, but mostly for the real machine. He needs to roll the yellow ball. He's looking at the corner pocket on the right, with top spin white ball bouncing off the cushion and into space near the center pocket on the right. I think we'll want to put both yellow and black to that same corner pocket. Maybe that's what he's playing, as though he were listening to me. This one is of the black pots he has been having in the match, but quite a convincing one as he makes it for IBRAHIM KAYANJA. for Joseph KASOZI. If they want timeout now after 10 frames, they can have timeout. That's why the umpire is asking if they want, and yes. The first timeout of the match for 3 minutes, and after that timeout, the commentary will be resuming. But for now, let's meet in the chat section. Normally, when there is a time break in the tournament, I am so keen on trying to see who of the players wins the first 1 or 2 or 3 frames, just so that I can tell who of the 2 players made full utilization of the time break to their advantage. In timeout is where, as a player, you can talk to your manager, maybe talk to yourself down and reflect on what may have gone wrong in the game, those things that you did wrong, try and rectify them, those things that you did right, compliment them even the more by simply speaking to yourself. Also, you can call someone whom you believe in and who tells you those words that normally inspire you. Those are some of the things which players do during timeout, but also some of them simply decide to not think about the game at all. Just hang out with 1 or 2 friends and then have some laughter, plus other stuff like movies or something. Then come back and refocus on the game when the game starts. After every narrow miss in frame number 11 by IBRAHIM KAYANJA, again Joseph KASOZI comes back and takes it away and his lead from 2 frames to 3. It is now KASOZI 7 and IBRAHIM KAYANJA 4. In the meantime, folks watching on Facebook, there has been a temporary glitch in the network. Now it's now fine. The video on Facebook is back and running and okay. I know that it did run on to YouTube when the Facebook stream became faulty. So those who like to watch on Facebook, I do love Facebook by the way. it is more interactive and more fun. I also love YouTube because it is easier to use and gives a better video resolution when watching. It's also easy to cast the video on a television when watching on YouTube than Facebook. And for us in Uganda, by the way, the use of Facebook is illegal. Yes, we use it using VPNs. So Kalawa Mariba, Africa. Once again, welcome to the stream. Miracle Woman. You think KASOZI will not win and you said there's no chance for him? Miracle Gawi. No chance for the player in the lead. And Musisi M is telling you that KASOZI is playing far better. With Ibrahim KAYANJA right now, his biggest opponent is not even KASOZI Joseph, it is himself. He's having a game against KASOZI, but he's also having another game in his own mind. Every time he misses a ball, you just think something did not go well in his mind. There's no problem what is happening in his hands. Even on mere facial expression, you see way more confidence on KASOZI than his opponent. And so far, that is the biggest difference between the two players, and that is the reason why the score line is as you are seeing it. And just in case you've just joined the stream, the scores for Joseph KASOZI are on the left in blue. The scores for Ibrahim KAYANJA are on the right in red. Apologies for the momentary absence of commentary. I was losing the word. I was trying to sort an issue on the network, on the Facebook stream. Right now, I think it has been sorted and sorted once and for all. As once and for all, Ibrahim, a very beautiful clearance and comes again within 2 frames of his opponent. It is 7-5 up on Kayanja Ibra. Once again, our match day umpire is Farida Hadija Nachiride, and tell me how you who are watching and your ladies can have the stamina to stand and officiate a race to 21, which can happen for 4, 5, 6 hours, depending on the player's speed. I normally, when it is a race to 21, a long race, I divide it into 4 quarters. 1 quarter of 10, another quarter of 10, a third quarter of 10, a fourth quarter of 10. And if need be, if after 4 quarters it is 20-20, then we have a deciding frame. Now the first quarter has been won, Joseph, by 6 frames to 4. And in the second quarter, the score is tied at 1-1. And the frame number starts off by a dry break from Ibrahim Kayanja, the real machine. It can be a little bit suspicious because it didn't start with the red ball, which is near the top end of the table from the white ball he was having. It looked as though in sight of it enough to pot. He can only be vindicated if he makes a clearance of this red frame. By the way, also watching this match at new, some of the top shooters around. I can see the champion, Rush Tesi. Then I can see Peter Mainja. I can see the youngster Habat Mokisa. I can see Free Lotaya. I can see Vincent Sechibole. I can also see a certain Chandiga. At the venue is also a certain Mr. Moses Mofia. And apart from those ones, we have around, the last time I checked out, we were about watching online combined on Facebook and YouTube. That is before the buffer on Facebook. I can also see now the arrival of Ian Kazue and called Miti, who won the Masters Championship, the tournament of players over the age of 40. The Grand Open that was organized by the Polar Session of Uganda just exactly 9 days ago. Joseph KASOZI is attempting to make it 8. It was always suspicious having the ball that is having the biggest distance from the black being played as last. He needs to be on target but also make big spin wide of two cushions. This is one of the better shots of the day so far. And for the reason that Joseph KASOZI shoots sharp and is known as the sharpshooter, increases his lead and very deservedly got himself in a little bit of trouble and recovered quite impressive. Joseph KASOZI 8, Ibrahim Kayanja 5. This match has been going on for 1 hour and 10 minutes. That's the amount of time in which they've played 13 frames, meaning that on the average it's just about 5 minutes per frame. Fine time. For top players, it is good average time for playing frames, and I think as the match grows older, there will be even less time because now they are more energized and more fired up and they want to go for the game even the more. Normally, the first set is played with players having too much respect for each other. Some of the frames go slower than they are expected, and you can see Ibrahim Kayanja is attempting to win by break and finish for the second time match. His two good shots away. One of them is done, rolling the white ball with big spin around yellow after faulting the first. He now has to make a little bit of top spin. White ball bouncing off the cushion modes, moving towards the middle of the ball. He has good white for the black. He simply has to roll to the diagonal corner pocket on the top of your screen, the right, by break and finish. Ibrahim Kayanja responds. It is 8-6. Nikos Conchela says Ugandans minapenda sana. It means Ugandans like polelote. Yes, there's a lot of action. Maybe the biggest amount of competitions. Some of the reasons as to why competitions are many is that we compete exactly very big money. That's why the comps come in every now and again. If you make them big money to compete for, because of the amount of money, you cannot hold them regularly because it doesn't attract of corporate sponsorship pool. But some strides are being made, and here in Uganda there are a few corporate sponsors that are working with the pool, most especially the leading beer brand of the country. It's called Nile Special. Sponsor the National Pool League as well as the National Open Championships, a car competition where at least one female win a car every year. The national champions. Also, they facilitate all clubs that participate in the league, and they pay the prizes for the winning teams, the top 3 teams and the top 5 men's teams. And probably a few more sponsors could be also coming along. There is also the Next Media Services, a media company that airs the pool league every Sunday on one of their television stations, a sports channel that is called NBS Sport Television, which every Sunday 5 p.m. does air pool because of the partnership between Next Media Services and the Pool Association of Uganda. Joseph KASOZI needs to play a little bit of spin. It could be a second frame in a row, won by single visit over the tail as the sharpshooter needs to shoot the black sharp to the corner pocket, the top right. There is a yellow ball which could intercept its movement. He may play cushion and off the yellow or go direct. He goes direct and gets the shot right. And the match has for the last 15 minutes played at world class level, as it is apple after apple after apple. It is KASOZI 9, Kayanja Ibra 6. Isaac Kebiminga is asking if pool is the biggest sport in Uganda. In terms of unofficial competitions, there is no unofficial, I'm saying unofficial, or how many players play in terms of practice. Of course, it is full because each and every little town, and I'm saying each and every little town, and those towns are in probably around 1,000, there is at least a pool table. So there are so many people who play pool in Uganda. And there is that National Open Championship that deep into the villages, each and every corner of the country, where some of those players are spotted playing qualifiers. Then if their talents are right, come and play competitions like this one. But the sports in which Ugandans are really good, where they are some of the best in the world, it is the sport that you would call the national sport is long distance athlete, long distance run. Actually, probably Uganda has the all-time greatest long distance male athlete ever. Most likely. They have Olympic medalists in men and female categories and world champions at the same time. But of course, this is not better than Kenya or Ethiopia. Is just third. That is the sport where they are some of the best in the world. Then there is a little bit, and then of course in netball, the Ugandan ladies, I think they rank 6th, if not 7th, in the whole world. For pool, yes, they are pushing. The ladies are some of the best in the world. They normally don't participate in international competitions because of the same African theme song, lack of funds. The men play even more regularly than the ladies, but of course there are so many equally good male players, and they are. Look at how good this guy is shooting. That is one of the reasons why I come to watch games like this one. White ball, after bouncing off the cushion, became a little bit drunk, and IBRAHIM KAYANJA is winning frame number 16, one of the better finished frames. Hopefully he does sink in the black to seal off this beautiful case. The pot of the black. What a frame, what a match, what a competition, what a show we are having on our hands. It is now being played at a world class standard. I hope this level of play is not lost, because I know that you are enjoying yourself as much as I am, as much as the fans at the venue, and you in your hundreds online. 9-7, KASOZI is still up. Well, Joseph. Ojja kunfunamu obuzito. Ekyo. If this guy can be able to finish this yellow frame, then it will be the first time in about 45 minutes that he will be down. But by less than 2 frames, and I think he's looking good enough too. And the one thing that I've loved about his game is that after the resumption, after the timeout, after the first 10 frames, he has refused to be bullied by Joseph KASOZI, because sometimes KASOZI can be a little bit bullish playing style. He just comes and starts spotting balls, not using too much skill, but sometimes very good playing. Sometimes even when a frame is not very expected, he can finish. Sometimes making fertilization of misses of his opponents. Now when Ibrahim KAYANJA is serving ball, which can help him pot, but doesn't naturally give him the last ball, which is the black, you get to see the better of him. And normally when it is like this, he normally produces a highlight. Let us wait and see. He wants to put yellow ball to the corner pocket on the top left. This time he does the easiest of all options. For the easiest, maybe he's thinking sometimes the easiest shots are the most effective. With only sight of the ball to the center pocket, it could easily have gone in off the red, but he could also easily have fouled by intercepting the white ball, getting sunk instead to the corner pocket. Chance for KASOZI Joseph to steal the frame away, and he plays a snooker. My apologies to the Facebook audience. I know some of you have now come to YouTube. The Facebook stream had gotten a big network glitch and it has now been sorted, and now the Facebook stream is back. And while I was resolving the network issue, Ibrahim Kanja has one frame, and the thing that has been happening is that I personally think that for the start of the match, for the past 1.5 hours, KASOZI Joseph has been the better player. However, Ibrahim Kanja has been successful in not allowing him to have a very big lead, keeping the scores in check. And the biggest lead Joseph KASOZI has been having, at least I think was by 3 frames, when it was 7-4. For the rest of the time when he's leading, it has been either by 2 frames or 1. That one can be done so successfully, and when it is a 2-frame lead, it can be turned around at any point in the match. Like you can see now, KASOZI is snookered and shouldn't is ready any of his. He will be knowing that he will be losing this frame. That one can always be dependent on the umpire's decision. The shot KASOZI has taken some time. It can be ruled as a frame, courtesy of intentional fouling. It looks as though he didn't try enough to find his red, but my opinion doesn't matter. The only important opinion is the opinion of the umpire. And given his playing level, you think he will remove that what is not used there. He'll remove the yellows one by one. He'll be tucking in simply to ensure that there's no kiss on Reds by his shot. The umpire will be very observant, and like you can see, there has been no kissing of that sort, and he's still on course for a second consecutive clearance, which will put him one frame of Joseph KASOZI, and the next frame shall be the last before these two players have a timeout, minutes timeout for the second time in the match. Two yellows. I'm not so sure he has sight of the one near the center pocket. From what is it? Yes, he has. And I think KASOZI knows this frame is being won by the real machine. Frame number 19 is putting the match in order and total unpredictability. It is living up to the hype this match. It is entertainment. It is like a classic, at least so far, as IBRAHIM KAYANJA pulls one back after 19 frames. It is now 10 for KASOZI and 9 for the real machine. The match in order and unpredictability. It's living up to the hype of this match. It is looking like a classic combination so far. IBRAHIM KAYANJA was on back after the difference. It is now 10 for KASOZI. The real machine. The match in Chris MC, thank you for watching on Facebook. About the YouTube link, it has been responded to you, the last response to your comment, but if you can't, then you just go to YouTube and type Peter Chobe Live. You just type Peter Chobe Live, the name of the YouTube channel, and then the rest will happen naturally. The first that will be brought to you by YouTube is the game that is live. It is the of KASOZI is attempting to go into the halftime break with the lead. Will he foul? Foul? Yes, it will be a foul that could have very big significance to the match, because it is a foul that is likely to give IBRAHIM KAYANJA equal scores as this go into the halftime 3-minute break. He is now looking like the more confident player, not just by his playing, but also his own body language. He uses his free shots to free up and open up another of his. He has accurate whites to put at least two of his reds. He'll want to begin with one near the bottom left corner. White ball bouncing off the cushion, moving towards the middle of the table where he has two other reds. It probably wasn't sufficient. IBRAHIM KAYANJA needs a recovery here. A little bit of a risky recovery, but an effective recovery. He has full sight of two of the reds, most especially the one closest to the center pocket on the right, playing it spin, ball moving just a little bit towards the bottom end. It is accurate and neat. The rest seems like he will want a roll. He will not be playing the ball he has just been looking at. He will be rolling the one that he's looking at now. Probably hat ball bouncing off the cushion and moving towards the middle of the table where there is the black. That is the shot. Maybe he played it with a little much energy than he wanted. Still, it's portable to the same center pocket. Again, white ball bouncing off the cushion, the bottom of your screen like that, and yet it is a miss. And Ibrahim Kanja does not believe his miss. This frame was very, very important for him. It was so crucial. The last time he was not been trading was, I think, only after 2 frames, because I think KASOZI won frame number 1, and then Ibrahim Kanja equalized. KASOZI has been leading all through. The chance for Ibrahim Kanja to equalize came, and seemingly it has been in thin air by Kayanja himself. He finds the red but misses the pot. Had he potted it, it would be one of the better shots of the match so far. I think KASOZI, enough of the touch he has been playing with his opponent. He wants to regain his 2-frame lead and wants to regain it now. And this is where I say the rest is a formality. The white ball moved neat enough. White is safe and sinks in the black. Needs for another time in the match, as at halftime it is just KASOZI 11 and Ibrahim Kayanja 9. Another 3 minutes break for both of these players. The stream will remain on. Just meet for the next 3 minutes in the comments section.
Sorry. Never come. So you please
I am very, very,
So we are back, dear viewers, most especially watching on the YouTube stream. It is a match that you have each and every reason to believe it could go to the wire. Whoever of these two players will be winning, you just have no reason to be thinking will be winning with a big scoreline. Maybe 21-18, 21-19, 21, maybe at most 21-17. I don't see 21-14, 15-13 at all. I don't. In 4 frames that Ibrahim Kayanja has lost, he has gotten an issue with composure. One reason that KASOZI has been utilizing and winning frames away from him. In frame number 21, Ibra has chance to recover. And now that's normally what Ibrahim KAYANJA does when he's feeling like he's in the mood. One thing I don't know is if he has full sight of any of his reads, whether he can pot a ball. What he needs is now to pot a ball. And yes, he pots a ball. It is more than enough reason for KASOZI to be worried. And like it has been for so many frames in this match, Ibrahim KAYANJA makes to make a clearance that could otherwise be very significant for his chance if he were to win this match. He needs to do something so special here. KAYANJA. He got the frame to try and win, failed to utilize, but could be lucky here. He has risen his hand up in against to his opponent that he needed more luck, genius to put red. He can make it count only if he can put the black, and the black ends up being missed as well. Frame number 21 is having a very dramatic end to it. It reminds me of the first 2-3 frames that were played at a very low level, and those that were won by the player that could compose themselves best, not the player that could shoot better than their opponent. Is the sharpshooter in his rightful element. He needs an equally good shot. White ball bouncing off the cushion, moving towards the top end of the table just like this. That will be okay. Only that white ball is so close to the cushion, it affects his bridge. But he is not concerned. He is not bothered. He shoots the black sharp, raises his lead. It is now 12 for KASOZI and 9 for KAYANJA, as the lead is back to 3.
I don't want it.
It is one thing that Ibrahim Kayanja is doing well, even though he has been committing more unforced errors clearly than KASOZI Joseph. He has refused to have a lead grow so insurmountable by say 4 or 5 frames. The race is long enough. There is still too much pull to play. He can still recover. It is that one thing that Ibrahim Kayanja is getting right, but that one thing that Joseph KASOZI is getting even more right, keeping himself in the lead throughout almost the whole of this match. Actually, the only time that KASOZI was not leading was before the match, because he won the first frame and he has been leading up to this moment in time. He's seemingly about to increase his lead. Maybe not, because the sharp cut he needs on his last yellow doesn't give him obvious white for the black, because he's with too much power, and like you can see, he doesn't have control of the white ball. He is getting himself snookered. Yes, he is snookered, and this should be big advantage to the real machine. Oops, what a way to find the black. Oh, and had he potted that one, it could have been the best shot match so far. Ibrahim Kayanja will consider himself fortunate to be playing again in this frame. KASOZI has not fouled, but nonetheless, when it is black ball rules, it is one of the moments when you think that the player with the bigger advantage is the player with the more balls on the table. In this case, it is the player on the reds, and is this guy. Oops, what a way to open up the black. That was a little bit risky, because had he missed the pot, he would be missing the frame as well. He will be losing the frame. But now, this one should be his finishing touch of frame number 23. From where I'm watching, by the way, there's a little bit of an interruption on the YouTube stream. Please notify me in the comment section if the buffer is felt even from your side. especially those that are watching on YouTube, please tell me if you're watching comfortably. And what's happening comfortably in this frame is that Ibrahim Kayanja is winning a second in a row with relative ease, a chance granted to him to play in the match. And once again comes within one frame of KASOZI Joseph with a chance for the real machine to equalize if he can win the next frame, number 24. Ibrahim Kayanja 11 and Joseph KASOZI 12. So the power outage is sponsored by South Africa. I understand South Africa has the highest amount of load shedding in Africa. The lady who is on one of our social WhatsApp platforms from South Africa, she's called, am I forgetting her name? I think her name WhatsApp is Lady B. She supported Caesar when Caesar was playing against Aiden, and she's South African simply because there was load shedding in Johannesburg. So, because she was angry with the government, she decided to support the Ugandan. That was funny. Thank you for watching. For those who are looking at this current dark video from South Africa. Sorry guys, I've been told by management that it will take between 15 to 20 minutes. Yeah, they've gone to buy fuel for the. I have to be specific. So some 15, maybe at maximum 20 minutes to power back. If it doesn't come back on its own, then the alternative power in 15 or 20 minutes. Dear viewers, players have agreed to play out this ongoing frame number 24, and thereafter waiting for an alternative power source, which shall be a generator, which is coming in say 10-15 minutes. I'm not so sure, but it's ongoing frame. Then I'll be switching off the stream, and it will be returning only when there is an alternative power source. Once after this stream, after this frame, the stream will be going off until we get power restored. And probably the match is having no better way to go into a power break than when it's 12. So when we come back, we shall be playing out a race to 9 for $1,000. My apologies, please accept them. It is not my fault, not the fault of the players, but the fault of the venue for not having alternative power source very nearby. For now, the stream is going off.
wakubireko abawume